I'm back, the headless YouTuber doing headless planty things, back with another video and back with another week of plant chores. I feel like we were just here, but I feel like time has just been flying. I thought that I would start this week's plant chores with a repot. I did have something else in mind today, but I kind of have a few things that I want to talk to you guys about before we get the week started. But I am starting with my Philodendron Esmeraldense that you would have seen in my February favorites, and then my Philodendron Florida Beauty. I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of crap. I will try and fix anything in post-production, but I just can't be bothered with trying to set up all the lights and stuff. We are having some electrical problems in the apartment. Lights in the hallway and in our kitchen are not working, so I've been using my studio lights to light those rooms, so it's just a whole thing. And the reason I can't get it fixed yet is one reason why I wanted to sit down and chat with you and just kind of get you up to speed on what's happening in my life. So it's been sort of a whirlwind of a January and already into February. So long story short, my husband and I got COVID. My husband definitely had it worse than I did. He was like legitimately sick for a few days. He was out of work for like a week. We both still have sort of residual symptoms. He has just kind of had on and off headaches and has been sort of feverish at times, and he's got this kind of lingering dry cough that you might have heard in other videos. And then for me, it's these terrible body aches that I can't get rid of no matter how much ibuprofen I take, no matter how much CBD I take. It won't give up. So that's been pretty bad. You probably couldn't tell in previous videos from January and early February, but I'm just like in constant pain and it sucks. But all things considered, I remember back in the beginning of the pandemic, I had a discussion with my doctor, and he didn't want to scare me, but these roots look gross. I do believe that the Esmeraldense roots kind of just naturally look like this. Like, this is a brand new root, but it doesn't look great, but it's brand new. So maybe they just have ugly roots, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not gonna move this one to soil, no chance. But I am going to get it off of this pathetic burlap stick and actually get it on a lazy moss pole. So anyway, back in the beginning of the pandemic, I had a discussion with my doctor. He didn't want to scare me, and he told me, like, I don't want you to panic, I don't want you to worry too much, because we're both aware that you have pretty bad anxiety. And he was telling me, because you're immunocompromised, you have to be really careful with this flu. And back then we didn't really know much about coronavirus. We really didn't know much, and so I was just constantly in a state of just like crippling anxiety. Like, I didn't know how it would affect me. I was just extremely paranoid. But I managed to go 2 years without getting it. I am double vaccinated. I haven't gotten my booster yet, but I got it, and it wasn't great, or isn't great. But I will say that, like, I am just so grateful for the vaccine, because when I get sick really easily. Like I said, I'm immunocompromised, so along with already having a bad immune system, because of my lifestyle, I work from home and I don't go out much, I'm not exposed to like a ton of germs, so anytime I do go out, sometimes even just going to the grocery store, I'll get sick. And this was before the pandemic. And when I get sick, it's like bad, like feverish. Sometimes I would be in the hospital. Like, I get really, really sick. When I got COVID, I felt not great. I did have a sore throat for like 2 days and a headache, but other than that, it's just these body aches, and I've been okay. So in that sense, I am just super grateful that, even getting this flu that I've been so afraid of, and the side effects are real, you guys. Like, it's not a joke. My husband lost his sense of smell and his taste. And this is the first time he's been sick since I've known him. I have known this man for over a decade. He's never been sick once, not even with a cold. He has the immune system of a freaking horse. And, you know, this is the first time I've ever seen him sick. And of course, when he does get sick, it's COVID. But he was, yeah, it was bad for like a week. He was just bedridden and stuff. But, you know, neither of us had to go to the hospital and we were able to ride it out from home. But I'm just so grateful for that vaccine, for keeping me out of the hospital, for allowing me to just kind of ride it out from home. And I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just, I'm just really, really thankful that it wasn't worse than it was. So yeah, I'm not feeling 100% yet. The symptoms kind of come and go, but we're getting there. I'm still like isolating hardcore, and so that brings me to why I couldn't have someone come fix the lights, because obviously we're not gonna invite an electrician into our home or our landlord into the apartment knowing that we have COVID or whatever. Like, we want to be completely symptom-free before we see anyone, basically. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with. Well, one thing I've been dealing with. And then the second thing is, my husband's dad passed away a few days ago. So it's just, yeah. It's just been really, really tough to see my husband in so much pain and to see him so sad, you know. I just, my heart, it truly breaks. And so it's just a hard time for the family. There's a lot of, obviously, it's such a weird thing when someone passes, you know. It's almost like you don't have time to grieve because you've got to start thinking about the funeral and the estate and the, like, there's so much that happens after the death of a person that, like, you don't really think about all that often. And yeah, it's just a hard time for the family right now. And I was gonna take some time off of work, but honestly, you guys, like, I feel like this YouTube channel and plant stuff in general is the only thing that sort of keeps me grounded right now. And I'm gonna try not to cry. I said I wasn't gonna get emotional, but it's just an emotional week. I know that, like, I'm not the best at engaging with people and replying to every comment right away, and I know I'm very self-aware that I'm bad at that, and a lot of that has to do with social anxiety, as stupid as that sounds. But yeah, online interactions are the same. It's the same thing, you know. Like, I can only sit and reply to comments for so long until, like, literally I could feel my social meter just like on high alert. I'm not really sure that you guys understand sort of like what you guys have given me. You've given me like an outlet to share my life, share my plants so freely, and just kind of be who I am without really any expectation. And you're so supportive, and I just feel so grateful. And I know I say that in almost every video that I really appreciate you guys, and because it's true. Like, sometimes at the end of a hard day, like when I kind of feel like everything is just gone to crap, I feel like the one thing that I can rely on is this little community of us, right? And it's like, it's just really special. And so just with everything happening and like the loss of my husband's dad, it's like just a reminder that, you know, if you are appreciative of someone, or you feel some type of way about someone, like, I feel like you should just be vocal about it, even though it might feel icky or corny or whatever. Like, just do it. Trust me, just do it. Thank you guys for being here and for watching every week and for letting me not talk to myself. This space is really special to me, and on a day like this where I kind of just feel really down and crappy, it's like I feel like I can just sit here and turn on the camera and I'll know you guys are listening or will be listening. I'm not really sure how I can repay you for that, so thank you so much. Anyway, so besides that going on, I was actually already in a pretty bad depressive state before his dad passed, and this happened all in the midst of it. And yeah, it happened really fast, and we didn't really have time to think about anything or just process. Like I feel like it all happened in fast forward, you know, like it just happened. You know, I had to kind of snap out of the episode that I was in so that I could be present and be supportive to my husband. And if you guys have depression, you guys know it's not just as easy as saying, okay, well now I'm done being depressed and I'm gonna be this for that person and I have to pull through because this person needs me. Like, I've explained this in my anxiety video before, that it's just this overwhelming feeling of nothingness, and that's the only way that I can really explain it, to be honest. And when you feel nothing, you feel nothing, you guys. You don't feel sadness, you don't feel empathy, you don't feel sympathy, you don't feel anything. So for all of this to happen in the middle of me just in this very empty place, it is rough. It's a very strange place to be right now. And you would have watched this a while ago, but I just watched my February favorites video, and I filmed that the day after my husband's dad passed, and the day after I was sort of feeling like I was coming out of that depressive episode. But you know, my voice is just so monotonous and I just sound so miserable. And I was contemplating like just scrapping the whole thing and not even posting it, but I did it anyway because I just feel like, what's the point of me trying to like act like this kind of doesn't happen to people, you know? I have a lot of bad days, and a lot of the times when I'm posting on YouTube, it's on days where I'm feeling well, because I'll only really film on days when I feel okay. And so I think it is kind of important to show the times when I'm not feeling great, times like right now. I forgot I put landscape fabric in here. It's like wrapped around the landscape fabric, but it's way easier to unwrap roots from landscape fabric. It just peels right off than have to like yank it out of a drainage hole. Sorry, my nose is running. I need to go blow my nose. So anyway, that's sort of what's been going on. I haven't even been checking the viewfinder to see if you can see what I'm doing. Sorry if everything I just did earlier you couldn't see. I'm having a hard time like focusing right now. I feel like I'm just like dreaming and like drifting through life. I've been taking a lot of naps. I sleep a lot when I get into moods like this, and I just have no motivation, and I just, it sucks. But you know, I can feel myself slowly starting to kind of like wake up out of it. Still not feeling wonderful. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna take this off of this moss pole. This is like fully on there. Please don't break. Why? I am switching to my lazy poles. This is painful. Please don't break. Probably should have wet it, but here we are. Oh no. So this Florida beauty actually dries out so fast. So I think I'm going to opt for a no drainage pot for this one. Let me change the angle a bit. Oh, that's great. Oh, love that for me. There's freaking leca everywhere. Oh, frick, my lazy pole. Man. Yeah. Are you guys going out?
Silently puked his whole food up onto the carpet.
No.
I can try to clean it, but I mean...
Oh no. Hold on, Pudge just barfed. I always film in this corner because it has like the most light from the exos, but it's just this awkward little corner that I can't do anything in as well. So it's like you win some and you lose some, you know? All of that aside, I am going to resume business as usual this week. I need to like take my mind off things. I don't know if just kind of laying in bed is gonna help with anything, but I do have quite a bit to do this week. I have some repotting to do, and I am going to be moving all of the things in my exos around. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that for this video or if I'm gonna make it into its own video. So we'll just have to see. But besides that, I also need to clean up my Rudsa cabinet. My shelf plants need to be watered again, and there's just a few things here and there this week. I'm just gonna kind of take it day by day. I don't really have anything really set as of now. I'm just going to wake up and see what has to be done, and then we'll do it. I'm thinking I might need to add a bamboo stake to this one. What do we want to do here? Okay, I forgot about that. I'm gonna take my old shears, which I now use solely as my bamboo cutters. I'm gonna cut this quickly at an angle, and I say quickly because if you do it too slow, it's gonna crack. Actually, I'm gonna do it up here because then I can use see if you do a really quick cut, and of course it's not focusing. If you do a quick cut, it won't crack. But like down here, I did cut it again, and you can see that it sort of split and cracked. And then if you do it at an angle, it's easier to poke through. So I'm just gonna do it in the back, I think. Sorry, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I will show you in a second. I ordered a adapter for my iPhone to fit on my tripod so that I can start taking videos simultaneously, so I can give you guys different angles with 2 cameras. So hopefully that comes in soon, but this is what I did. I basically just tied it using Velcro tape, and then I just kind of anchored it so that I don't need to like fully anchor it, but this is like really in there now, so I've got a lot more support. And now I can continue on. So I'm gonna fill pretty high here with soil. I think that is enough soil for this, and then now I'm going to lay this down at an angle a bit, and then I'm going to fill with moss. And now I'm going to anchor it on. I ran out of this tie color. I prefer the darker one over this like sort of ugly light one, but whatever. Whoa, I don't even know if I have one long enough now. freak in heck. Okay. Sorry, I'm like really trying to do this at an angle where you can see, but it's making it really difficult for me. So let me just do it and then I'll show you. It would have been easier if I did the lazy pull method where you pinch it like this so that it kind of like is enclosed in there, but this is gonna be fine. Perfect. Oh, I'm feeling like crap. Okay, so this is the finished guy for the Florida Beauty, and then this is the finished one for the Philodendron Emerald Dense. I am gonna water. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but I do water things the same day that I repot, unless I have made like a chop, and especially if it's in passive hydro, usually I'll let it callus for like a couple hours or overnight. Otherwise, if it's just a straight repot, I always water. Anyway, I am going to get cleaned up here and we will continue this tomorrow. I'm just ready to go to bed. I'm like, again, I'm feeling nothing and it's awful. So what time is it? Yeah, it is time for dinner already. It's almost 10 p.m. and we haven't had dinner. So I'm gonna go, by the way, today is Saturday. So Sunday morning, I'm hoping, let's check the weather. Okay, so it says partly cloudy for Sunday. It says the sun should be out tomorrow, so if there's sun out, I might be in a more joyous mood. I might just spend a couple hours sitting in front of the window trying to absorb as much vitamin D as I can. But otherwise, I'm going to have dinner and go to bed, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. I asked the universe for sun and she delivered, so I'm actually going to make a cup of coffee and I'm gonna plop right here for like an hour and just soak in the sun. And then I think today, since it's sunny, I think I'm gonna work out here instead of doing the stuff that I wanted to do in the plant room. I've just gotta water some things, but first coffee and sunbathing, and I'll be right back. While I'm here, I want to show you guys some of the things going on with the shelf, the not so good things, and maybe some of the good things, because whenever I post my shelf on Instagram, I get comments that are like, oh, how do you keep everything so healthy and blah, blah, blah. It's not always roses. Okay, so let's show you my, whoa. This is my original Exotica, and this thing used to be way like more full and bushy, but it has shed so many leaves. I had to cut off so much at the base because it just all turned yellow, and I just cut off another leaf last night, so this one's not doing great. Another one that's not doing great is this one, surprisingly. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but the roots look fine. I don't see any root rot at all. You can kind of see at the base right here, it's like soft and turning yellow, and then here too it's like just translucent. And I think there was another one too. Oh, this one, I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's happening with this one. Who else is not doing well? My Hoya doesn't look wonderful. One of my cacti went into the afterlife. This guy down here. My Hoya obovata that I got from California. Look at it. It looks gross and sick. I don't know what's happening. I mean, it feels very limp, I think, because I didn't water it for a while. Like, they're really soft. Look how soft they are. But the roots are really nice and healthy, so I think it is just dehydrated. Oh, my Philodendron Burley marks variegated. After I chopped it for my mom and repotted it, it surprisingly threw a tantrum. I thought it was gonna be fairly easy, but like some of these leaves started it looks like it started bleaching out, but I haven't changed the light at all. Like some of this just, I don't know. I don't know. I see some new roots in here, so I'm not sure, but I do have some new growth. It is quite small in comparison to the leaf size it was throwing before, so it's not like dying, it's not terrible, but it definitely went a little bit downhill after the repot. And then both of my Dean McDowells are not doing too hot, so this is the new leaf to come out, and you can see it's all ripped and torn from, I'm guessing, a lack of humidity. And then my other Dean McDowell up there, let me grab it. I'm just hoping for better weather so that I can turn the heater off now, because it's just drying out all of my plants up there. But this was the newest leaf to come out. What is that? What happened, buddy? But it very shortly after pushed out this from the caterpillar, so hopefully we get a full leaf this time. Everyone else is kind of doing all right. My gloriosums over here could be better, but you know, they always kind of look like this in the winter. I do a lot of trimming on here pretty regularly, so if I photograph it on Instagram, you wouldn't see all the ones that would have yellowed and died, but it definitely happens. Anyway, I'm gonna finish watering. That took so much longer than I intended, but you know, I made it. We are in the plant room now, and I didn't have this on my agenda today, but it actually, ow! Awesome. It really needs to be done. And that is finally getting my Cebu Blue out of the original pot, because this thing just dries out so fast. Like, look how, I just watered this 5 days ago and it's like absolutely limp. This has no weight to it, so we've got to get it in better soil. But before that, I've got some packages. Nothing exciting, but I do need to get them open. All right, so the first one is finally stocked up on my mycorrhizae. And then the second one is, oh, this one isn't even plant related, but whatever. I got a new external hard drive finally, 6 terabytes, which is huge. But I just have so much footage that I haven't deleted, and I don't want to delete it just in case I need to like reference back to it later. But anyway, that's out of the way. So I'm going to repot this Cebu Blue. I did water my Vitarifolium yesterday. This is my Exo Vitarifolium. I'm just like really, this is a new leaf. I'm just loving how skinny and long these new leaves have been. Wow, this lighting, great. This lighting is awful. I'm not even gonna bother, whatever. This is gonna be a mess. And it's so dusty because it's dry. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna just remove all the dead leaves first. So I'm actually not going to remove all the soil from this root ball, but I am going to try and loosen up this top layer as much as I can because it's already become hydrophobic. And when your soil becomes hydrophobic, basically when you water it from the top, it just rolls off the top and goes on the sides. Okay, it goes on the sides, so it's not actually saturating the soil. So I just want to get all of that off and then just plop it into the Wally Grow with some new soil. But otherwise, it's gonna be okay just kind of having all of this current soil in it, but I am going to try and loosen it up as much as possible. I'm gonna put a mask on. You're probably noticing that I don't use the Wally Grow as it's intended. There's actually a little divider here that you're supposed to put in the back that separates the substrate from the place to water. But I just find that it takes up so much space that could be taken with roots. So I've removed it and I just pot it normally, and that's the reason why I take it to the sink to water, because it does come out of the front. But when you use the divider as is and water through here, you'll have no problems. You can water it on the wall, but I just prefer it this way. And I add leca at the bottom to help water wick upward into the soil. And I am going to make a note to myself to show you what it looks like once these leaves have perked up, because every week I always think it's dead and like this is this is it, but it always perks up so nicely. So I think now that it's got better soil, I think it's gonna stay perky for longer. So fingers crossed. We are back at the table. This is an orchid cactus that I'm going to be giving to my friend Jen. I need to freaking message her back. I'm awful. I don't want to give it to her in water. I want to give it to her in something that's easier for her to take home. So I have this plastic Starbucks cup and I'm just gonna move it to passive hydro. Good for now. It's in here pretty snug, but obviously this is a very temporary potting situation. I'll let her kind of figure out what she wants to do. Thank you. Good job. Your hairs are everywhere, bud. Okay. I am not liking. It's very clear, like boobs. Oh, look at my stomach. Peekaboo. Suck it in. Okay. Okay. I look like a ghost in this lighting. The next plant is an Alocasia silver dragon. Oh my gosh! Why can't I think of names? What is this? Begonia. if someone, I'm gonna send, I can't do this. I'm hungry, whoa. I think the rest of the plants that are in there, I might just take the camera over because they're kind of like, yeah, I'll explain later, but I'm really hungry, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go eat. Hungry. I took a nap and I'm feeling kind of groggy still, but a little bit more refreshed. I think I am going to try and work for a few hours tonight, whether that's filming more or editing, but I do need to get this room cleaned up, and then once I clean up, I'm going to order some dinner, and then I think I'll be behind my computer for the rest of the night. So yeah, I'm not gonna record it just because I am gonna be doing some stuff in here that I don't want you to see yet until a future video. So I guess that is it for me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, sweetheart. Hi, somebody is ready for breakfast. All right, so it is Tuesday, and I wanted to show you sort of the after of washing. I wanted to show you what the Cebu Blue looked like now. You can tell it's a lot perkier than yesterday. Yesterday it was just so limp, but now they're like nice and firm and a lot perkier. So I do think it'll get a lot better once it kind of gets reestablished in this soil since it's so newly transplanted. But yeah, I mean, I think now I won't need to water it as often as I did before. I probably should have done that a long time ago. And then this Hedracium var oxycardium always perks right back up after watering. I just need to get these two back up here today, and then also on the to-do list is to give some TLC to this poor Anthurium that has spider mites. I saw some webbing on it the other day, so I'll just show you guys how I sort of treat for that. I'm not super worried though, spider mites don't scare me. Anyway, I literally just woke up, so I need to make some coffee. I think I'm going to take a shower maybe, and then I need to film my outro for the video I was filming yesterday, and then we'll see what else I have to do today. Hello and happy Thursday. It's been a few days since I've been on here and I am just watering some Hoyas right now. Basically, I got my booster shot on Tuesday and it really did a number on me. I was basically in bed all of Wednesday and I got out of bed really late today. But luckily I am feeling a lot better. I had a fever for 2 days and just had this splitting migraine that just was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. But I made it and I'm feeling better now, which is good, but I do have some things to do today. I was gonna run some errands, but I didn't know that my husband was gonna have the car today to do funeral stuff, and of course that's more important than the errands I need to run. So I'm basically stuck at home today and I'll just run those errands on Saturday after the YouTube premiere, since I do plan on chatting with you guys this weekend. Today I just need to try and film a YouTube video to the best of my ability. My arm still feels like it got hit by a bulldozer. The way it feels like it should be like 10 times this size swollen. It's just so bad. I can't lift it any higher than this pretty much without a shooting pain going into my brain, but it's definitely not as bad as it was on Wednesday. But yeah, it is still very painful. But I do want to film that video today only because the video that I started filming, that I showed you that I was filming, I just had to scrap the whole thing because it was a mess. I couldn't really get my words and like my train of thought under control, and just trying to edit it was just a hot mess. So I just deleted all of it. I'm gonna try and refilm that video another day, but I'm not gonna really get too caught up over it. It happens, and that's another reason why I honestly cannot show my face very often on screen, because that's how I get when I can't see my face. But when I can see my face in the viewfinder, it's just, it's 50 million times worse. I can't keep a single train of thought and I just get so distracted and like self-conscious, and it's bad. So anyway, I am gonna try and film double time next week to catch up from the footage that I lost. But it's okay because I'm still about a week and a half ahead of the game in terms of scheduling, in terms of video posting, but I would like to be more ahead if possible. Anyway, I'm just going to finish watering these Hoyas, which dry out so freaking fast in Lechuzapon. They are still doing very well in my EXO. I do need to clean out some of them. Like, look at that algae. That's next level algae, but it's doing well. I mean, these are brand new. I've got some new ones coming from down here. Yeah, I think my goal for the next 2 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks is to clean out the passive hydro vessels that are just really algae ridden. And I've mentioned this before, algae is not going to kill your plants. To a certain extent, it's actually good for your plants, but I just don't like the way it looks, and that's why I flush my plants, and that's why I clean them out. But you know, I just kind of want to get everyone settled for spring and have everyone start fresh and brand new. You might be able to hear some sounds from upstairs right now because our neighbors are getting their AC installed. Do I have anything exciting to show you in here? Should we do a little tiny Hoya update? I feel like if you guys sit through these long plant tour videos, I should give you some things that people wouldn't normally find if they don't watch these videos. This is a Hoya Manipurensis that was not doing great. It was down to this last leaf and I thought I was gonna lose the whole thing, but it looked like it came back. If it will focus, come on, not today. So all of these top leaves are new and there's 2 more coming in. When I posted about my Hoyas the very first time on my channel, a lot of people were saying that this plant is very finicky, and even my friend Nikki, who gifted this to me, said that this plant can be really finicky. And I had really good luck with it in the beginning, and I think I let it dry out completely once, and then ever since then it was just like, it would just throw a tantrum. So anyway, I mean, it's not in the greatest situation right now. It's just in a little bit of leca, perlite, and lechuzapon, and it's still in my red stick cabinet, but it seems like it's kind of on the up and up, thank goodness. My Hoya Parasitica, I think I'm saying that correctly, has pushed out all 3 of these new leaves in my care. I got it as a 2-leafer, and it pushed out some, I don't know what this is called, where the flowers come from, those yucky flowers. And then these 3 are somewhat brand new, and they're just so lovely. They're like, they just feel so nice. They're so stiff and like just delicious, and they kind of have this sort of velvety sheen to it. I think right now this one is my favorite Hoya. This one is a Hoya Callistophylla, and I didn't really expect to love this as much as I do, but it's been really, really fun to have, and it's been pretty good to me. I haven't always been the nicest to it in terms of forgetting to water and stuff like that, but yeah, it's been very forgiving. This one is a Hoya vitellenioides or something like that. I got this one from Alice too. It looks like the new leaves are starting to sun stress, which is kind of fun. This one has also been really, really easygoing. Haven't really had any issues with this one, and I think she gave it to me as a 2-leaf cutting, so the bottom 2 leaves here, and then all of this grew in my care. And then I don't remember what this plant is called. I think it's a Hoya Parasitica. I got this one from my friend Nessa. She gave it to me as a 1-leaf cutting. I thought this new leaf would be a lot splashier just based on how splashy this is, but I actually like this, I think, more than this. So I just really like the shape of these leaves and how glossy it is. I do need to get it out of here though, it's just in perlite. What else? Oh, don't even ask me the name of this. I got this one recently from Alice. This one is really, really fun too. She knows that I've sort of been more into the more like reptilian looking Hoyas, and this one is just really fun. Sorry, I don't know the black streaks across the screen, but yeah, I'm really loving this one so far. This is probably one of my favorite Hoyas that I've never shown on this channel before, and I don't even know the name of it, but these are just so cool. They're fuzzy. They don't look like they'd be fuzzy, but they are. They've got these tiny little hairs, like, you know, like peach fuzz, and the leaves are very, very stiff. But yeah, these leaves are just so fun. I just love touching them. It never grows. It hasn't done anything in my care. Oh! First off, there's a fungus gnat crawling all over it like a corpse. Get out. I was just gonna say it hasn't done anything, but look, down at the base. Do you see that? Right here. Those are 2 new leaves. Oh my gosh. You sweet thing. You perfect sweet thing. Ew, this gnat is literally crawling on it like a corpse. Like, you know, flies on a corpse. That is so morbid of a comparison, but like, why? Okay, what else do I want to show you? This is my original Hoya obovata, and it pushed out this new leaf, and it's so cute, and I think it's working on something else back there. I'm still trying to understand Hoyas. I don't know their growth pattern, what they like, fertilizing, blah blah blah, but the video that I showed the stuff in my plant cabinet, I was telling you guys how I use that orchid spray, that Miracle-Gro orchid spray, and so many people were like, spray your Hoyas with that stuff. So I'm gonna try it because I trust you, and I know that a lot of you guys probably know Hoyas way better than I ever will. So I think the next time that I give them some TLC, which maybe I'll do on camera, I'm not really sure if it's video worthy, but I will give them a little spritz, see how they like it. But yeah, Anyway, I'm just gonna get all of these back in here because, oh my gosh, so fuzzy. I think this is a Hoya Bertonier or something. So fuzzy. Oh. Honestly, if you're feeling sad, all you have to do is just sit with your plants and touch them. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I just felt it. What time is it? Oh my. It's like 3:30 and I haven't eaten a single thing today. Okay, well, yeah, that's definitely my sign to pack things up, and we're gonna just get something in my belly. I'm going to record a YouTube video, and then I'll catch up with you later and see if we have something to do. If not, I'll probably see you tomorrow. All right, so I just finished filming a video. My arm, it hurts so bad. Like, the pain is actually not that bad, like if I'm not doing something, but like when I'm using it, it's like on fire, and it's like my whole shoulder is on fire. So I think that trying to film today, like an entire video plus this one, was probably a bad choice. But next week, when I am way more ahead of the curve, I think I'll not regret it. But anyway, I do think as soon as I get cleaned up here, I'm just going to head straight to bed, and I'm just gonna reply to YouTube comments and watch a scary movie, because being up and about right now doesn't feel great. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't want to leave. I have to sneeze. But yeah, I don't want to leave my plant room a mess. I just, yeah, I get stressed out when I know I had just been filming and then I kind of just leave everything as it is. I just, yeah. I like knowing that I'm starting a new day and my plant room is kind of reset and ready for whatever I'm gonna do that day. I don't like to just be constantly cleaning up after the day before. So I've been trying to make it a habit to just clean up as soon as I'm done filming, and it's just been way better of a process for me, even though while I'm doing it, I'm just like hating everything. Anyway, nothing too exciting. I think I'm pretty much done with plant stuff for today. I've done way more than I thought that I was gonna do. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to film the entire video that I was gonna film today, but she got it done, thank goodness. I'm just gonna finish cleaning up and then I will see you tomorrow. Yay, Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. It is actually almost 1 in the morning, and I've had a full day of editing and filming and everything in between, so I haven't really had time to get on here and hop on the to-do list video, but I do have stuff to do still that I need to do before tomorrow, because I think Vince's siblings might be coming over, and obviously it's gonna be noisy, so I won't be able to film. So I kind of need to do the stuff that I was gonna do tomorrow today. I won't be able to get it all done considering it's 1 in the morning, but I can at least do the one thing that I definitely wanted to do today, which was get my new lights into my exos. I just rolled out of bed and watched the new Valentine's Day movie. It's not a Valentine's Day movie, but it's a rom-com. It's called I Want You Back on Amazon Prime. And, oh, there's a tear strip. My friend Manny is in it, and like Jenny Slate's in it, and Gina Rodriguez, and Charlie Day. And it's just, it was so cute. I actually really liked it. I don't typically like go for rom-coms. It's just not really my thing, but obviously I had to, you know, I wanted to support my friend, but I really did enjoy the movie. I thought like the cast was so good and it had a really, really good storyline. I don't even remember what I ordered. What is this? Oh, it's my thing. Are you guys ready? Oh, this is industrial. Oh, pull open. Oh, unlock. What? How do I have to do this every time? Oh. Okay. Okay, so I want to be able to, because my iPhone actually takes really good video, so I want to use it as a second camera when I'm filming so that I can do stuff from the front angle and then also do one that's like right next to me so that you can actually see what I'm doing better. So I ordered a little adapter for my tripod. So yay, that's in. Anyway, yeah, if you are into rom-coms and are looking for a good movie, I definitely recommend it. Again, it's on Amazon Prime and it came out today, which would have been a long time in your time. So go watch it if you haven't watched it yet. I don't want to stay up too late tonight because I am going to catch the premiere tomorrow. And that video is going to be about the lazy moss pole, which I'm actually very excited about because it's something that I really love. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people would get use out of it. And that's going to be part 1. So I will be doing a follow-up video in a few weeks where I show some updates on my current lazy poles and then show you guys a tutorial on how to do a different version of the lazy pole. So that'll be fun. So I'm not gonna show you myself installing them solely for the reason that I do not want you to see this. I literally just rolled out of bed. My hair is unwashed. I look crazy. But I will show you the install after. These are the lights that I got. These are the Barina LED 2-foot 10-watt light bars, and I'm using them right now in my largest EXO, in my in my Mills bow. And I actually really like them, and I want to get more, but I just can't afford to be spending that much right now. But this one I just got on Amazon and it comes in a pack of 8. Where's my scissors? Oh. It comes in a pack of 8 and I think that I paid about $90 for 8 bars, but me and Alice are splitting this. So I'll be able to have 4 bars for my 2 EXOs for now. And then maybe next month I'll buy another set for my grow tent, because right now I just have like the Domia lights in there, which are the flat panel ones that I have on my shelf. Like I really liked them in the beginning, but then over time it's like, because it's a warm light, it's like become a little bit too warm. Like I feel like the bulbs are getting like redder, and now like the lights are just like, they just look so red. And I don't know if it's because, oh, there's tape. I don't know if it's because I've switched to so many like cooler lights lately that now the Domia lights look so red, but I really don't know. But now I'm just not really liking them, and I want to switch them out. Ideally, I would love to have these bars on my shelf, but in black. I don't want these like white bars on there. And of course I could like paint them or use like electrical tape to like really like, you know, hide the white, but that's just too much effort. It's just not gonna happen. So anyways, this is what the light looks like. I haven't had any problems with this. They're not very strong. Like if you just do 1 bar on its own, it's almost gonna look like nothing. But I find that putting at least 2 of them on one shelf or in one space is just like the perfect amount of light for philodendrons and anthuriums and pretty much anything. So yeah, a lot of my plants that have been growing under these lights, they're doing so well. And especially my anthuriums are coming in a lot darker. I also use another light. It's the Monios 24-watt light bars, and I have that one here on my plant desk, and I have one in my big EXO. But that one is 24 watt, like I said, and so I have had some plants burn on them, including my Glorious and my Majestic. So those are a little bit too strong, but these ones they love. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get these into the EXOs and then I will show you what it looks like after. All right, so the lights are in and I am just so relieved to finally have proper lights in here, because I was using the Domia ones for a long time and it was like you know, white light here, like cool light here, and then like red, and it just bothered me so much. But I obviously have a lot to do, so you'll see down here it looks kind of nuts because right now I'm planning out a video for like an exo overhaul for these two. I'm just doing a lot, and I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil the video. But yeah, I just wanted to at least get the lights in because it's been a few days since these plants have had light, and I've been misting them and watering them every day. So I just, you know, I was a little bit worried about things not photosynthesizing and basically having root rot. So I put 3 lights up here, and then I put 1 down here, which I used to have 2, and it was way too harsh for this size. This one is a 24-18-18, and then this one is a 36-24-18, and 3 lights is perfect in here. 3 10-watt bars, 1 bar down here. And then, like I mentioned before, I have 3 of the Burina lights that I just got, and then 1 of the Monios, which is the 24-watt. So I'm testing this out to see if this light is too bright for this. And if I start to see that anthuriums are burning, then I will remove the 24-watt light bar. But without the 24-watt bar, it just looks so dark in there. So I don't know, I kind of needed it, you know, for filming purposes. I film here and I'm working in here all the time, and it's just so nice to just have like such a bright exo so high up. Anyway, I'm rambling. I do have 2 of the Burina lights in here as well, and it's been perfect for this size. Right now I'm just using one of my last working little light panels that I have, and I really love those, but they're just, guys, it's a fire hazard. Like, just don't get it. So eventually I will order another set of these so that I can put 1 in my tent and then 1 down here. Sorry if I sound flustered. I've just had such a long day, and I just literally rolled out of bed and started filming. So I wanted to tell you about, I guess, the pros and cons of these lights. The pros, I've pretty much told you everything. They're bright, they're a nice color. It's not like that like fluorescent, cool, unwelcoming kind of light. It's sort of like a warmer, cool light, like very inviting, like the kind of light that you would want like in a living room or something. And it looks a little bit cooler on the video, but it's warmer in person. I like that it comes in 3 different sizes, so you can get it in 1-foot bars, 2 feet, and then 4 feet. And then it comes with like plenty of these like cords so that you don't have to use them all together. I will say the one drawback to this light is the fact that these connecting cords to connect them together are so short. Like, for example, I wanted to use 1 of these for both of these exos, but what is this gonna do for me? Like, that's how long it is. So yeah, that's one definite drawback. It's just the, you know, the connecting cords, they're just kind of pitiful and sad. Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. I think that right now these are my favorite grow lights for my greenhouses. I would say my top favorite grow light is this Mother Life bar. If it were up to me, you guys, I would have these all over my house. I would have them in all of the greenhouses on my shelf. They'd be everywhere, but they are a bit pricey, so it's not gonna happen for me. What else was I gonna do? Oh, you know what? I was gonna repot this Rhipsalis, but that's absolutely not happening tonight. I wanted to repot it because like it's like in straight cocoa husk, and it just is so heavy. It's getting so large, which is why I put it in this heavy cover pot so that it wouldn't fall over, but it's time. So maybe I'll try and tackle that tomorrow if I have time. I do need to clean up the apartment since my in-laws are coming, but that's a me problem, not a you problem. I feel like I have nothing else to contribute tonight. It's actually really warm in here. I think I'm gonna just like sit on the balcony for a while. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have in me for the rest of the day. So I guess tomorrow I will see you in the morning for the premiere, probably when I'm making coffee or something. I am gonna be on the chat, but I might try and repot this guy while I'm on the chat, maybe, I don't know. We'll see how active it is and how many people are awake for it, but anywho, I'm going to get some sleep and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so this is the first time that I'm ever attempting to record while driving, and I've got it on like a mount. I'm not touching my phone or anything. So I'm just like so self-conscious, like what if someone in the next car sees me and they think that I'm just like so conceited, like I'm just look at me. Anyway, happy Saturday. It's actually almost the end of the day. It's almost 5 and I'm on my way to Alice's house right now to meet with Jing. Me, Alice, Aaron, and Jing, we're constantly like trading plants and buying plants and like getting just random stuff. Like when I show you guys tomorrow what I'm picking up from Alice's house, you guys are gonna be like, what the f? But yeah, just a random amount of things that I need to grab from them. So we're all huddling at Alice's house and doing the exchanges, but I won't be able to show you until tomorrow because my in-laws are at my house right now and my sister-in-law is staying with us tonight, so I don't want to be working. And I think I do need to, I need to get that repot. I need to get that Ripsalis repotted because it is like, it's super dry and it looks really dehydrated, so I don't really want to put it off for any more, you know. But I worked till 3:30 in the morning because I was really having fun with the video that I was editing yesterday, and then I just kind of lost track of time. But then I had to be up for 10 for the premiere today, which was really fun. I'm glad that a lot of people are gonna try out the Lazy Boss poll, and I do need to film the part 2 of that video soon. So maybe I'll do it during another week of plant chores week so that I can kind of show you guys some behind the scenes. These sunglasses are so dark. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to kind of quickly let you know what was going on, and I guess I will just see you tomorrow. I'm back with the random box of goodies. Today is going to be my last filming day for the plant to-dos. I'm just going to repot my Ripsalis. I think it's kind of cool to start with a repot and end with a repot. It only feels right. But anyway, I got this sweater from Alice, who she says it's too small for her, but I don't understand why. I mean, she is much taller than me, guys. She's like a skyscraper next to me, so I'm assuming maybe it was too short and like you could see her boobies. But yeah, this one's actually from TNA. And yeah, I really love it. It's so fuzzy on the inside. I told you this was gonna be random. And then I got this one from Jing. Sweater galore. This one I freaking love too. It's like this cropped half zip up sweater from TNA too, and it's like this dark foresty green, and it has like the front pocket, and then you can like drawstring cinch it so that it's like higher. I love this thing so much. And then I got a wick, well, multiple wicks. I'm gonna do a lazy pole part 2. Probably gonna film it next week. And also got these amazing plastic sheets from Alice too that I will use for the lazy poles. Oh, that one's gonna be so fun. I'm excited. So yeah, in the lazy pole part 2 video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make just completely clear lazy poles, and then ones that are self-watering. I got extra seedling trays from Alice. She didn't need them, and I need a lot more for my seedlings. I probably have about 60 that haven't been planted yet, so got lots of work to do. Whoa. And then I got Alice's dad bought just like so many bags of these anchovies for Huxley, so she has got like an excess of them, so she gave a whole bag to Pudge, and these are like his favorite treats ever. And then we also split a little thing of this freeze-dried colostrum. I told you it's so random. It's just, you know, we just got things flying. Okay, and then the last three are actually plants. So the first one is another Syningia leucotricha that I'm so happy I was able to replace after I gave my mom hers. Obviously this one's not as nice as my other one, but I'm just happy to have it again. So I'm going to get this one repotted soon because this one is a little bit gunky looking. I'm just gonna drink water. The next plant is a Hoya Serpens, which you guys know I'm not having the best luck with mine, so I'm a little bit nervous, but this one is a variegated Hoya Serpens, which I didn't even know existed. And Jing just randomly gifted this to me. She is an angel. The last one, I'm shook. This one just fell on my lap randomly. I got a random message from my sweet friend Carmen, who we don't deserve her. She just gifted me this variegated Anthurium vitarifolium. Like, I'm sure at some point I told her I wanted it, or maybe she saw it in one of my videos that I wanted it, but she messaged me and was like, hey, I've got this cutting for you, and just, what? Who does that? Who freaking does that? It's beautiful. It's so beautifully variegated. Like, every single leaf just has such nice variegation. And it's already starting to root. You can see some big fuzzy chonkies down here. So I'm just gonna stand here like this all day long. Okay, so anyway, that's it for my box of fun. Not a ton of things, but again, just very random things. And we'll probably have another one of these exchanges in like 2 or 3 weeks, because we're always just throwing things at each other. So I think I'm going to head into my plant room and we will get the Rhipsalis repotted and wrap up this video. Finally here with this Rhipsalis. Basically what I'm doing is just trying to untangle this root ball as best as I can without destroying these beautiful roots. I'm wearing gloves because it's super barky and I don't want to get splinters, and then I'm just using this longer ear scraping tool or whatever this is to kind of loosen things up. There is going to be some root breakage, but I'm not super worried. Rhipsalis are actually pretty easy to root in my experience, and they're pretty quick rooters as well, like just a few days and you can get some roots on them. So anyway, I'm not gonna untangle it completely. I am just gonna like stick this root ball into the soil as is, but I do want to kind of loosen things up in here a bit so that water can flow a little bit more freely through it without becoming like hydrophobic or something. So while I'm doing that, I kind of wanted to talk about something, or really just get something off my chest again, because I have addressed this before, and I don't know, I feel like this is a good video to talk about it, since, I don't know, the week of plant chores are kind of just like my time to not really teach anything or whatever, but just to kind of take you guys along the week with me and talk life and all that stuff. So I knew that some people were gonna take this the wrong way when I talked about it in my repot with me video, the repot and chat with me that went up on Wednesday. And someone left a comment and was like, I came for plants, but it seems like you're just talking tea. And I think that they're referring to the part where I was talking about influencers that just sort of glamorize this lifestyle of busyness and productivity and stuff. And I honestly did not mean like I hate those people. I even said it, you know, I can't relate to it. It's so far removed from like what my life actually is. And I just feel like people should be consuming content that brings them joy, that's relatable, that makes them feel good. And those videos do not make me feel good, because I just feel like it's an unhealthy message to glamorize just always being busy and not really taking the time to just be and do things that aren't generating income or just, you know, ticking off a to-do list. I feel like people need more moments of just doing nothing or just caring for themselves or just sleeping, you know, stuff like that. The accounts that are solely branded that, you know, are like showing them working and then coming home and working and emails and sleep, you know, like no sleep. Like I just don't think that's healthy. Like I feel like social media has already sort of painted this super unrealistic picture of what life is. I think by now we kind of know that being an adult is almost like being a kid pretending like we know what we're doing. And I feel like that pretty much most of the time, like I'm just winging it every day that I wake up. So I didn't mean that I like hate them, you guys. Like what the heck, that's such a weird reason to hate someone. But what I was trying to say is like I don't agree that that kind of message is healthy. And I feel like if you already struggle with mental health stuff, or even if you don't and you just kind of feel like you're not enough, like following those accounts for inspiration is probably doing you more harm than good. And ever since I've unfollowed all of those kinds of accounts, it's been a lot easier for me to, I guess, consume social media because it can be really, really exhausting. And I was telling someone, like, I feel like people are always talking bad about social media, but I don't know, I've got this really love-hate relationship with it because for one, I have met some amazing people through social media. Like some of my best friends, you know, I've met through social media. I enjoy like being on Instagram. Like I think it's a really nice space to sort of share your creativity, share your work, share all of that. But too much of it, if you just get too consumed in it, it can be very toxic. And I feel like I've already seen both ends of the spectrum on that, and it's like always constant work to figure out like what is the healthy medium, right? So my message is just like be careful of what you're consuming online and how much of it you're consuming, because I think like as a human it's sort of natural for us to like compare ourselves and compare our lives to people who are really nothing like us, you know? I think that moment for me that I realized that social media was contributing pretty badly to my mental health was when I was feeling in a really good place. I had just launched new product for my business, and I had put everything into sort of the little rebrand and launching this preschool kindergarten kit. It was just blood, sweat, and tears. I was feeling really good about myself. I was proud of myself. I was in a good place. I think even physically and mentally, financially, I was just good. And then when I kind of got a moment to like breathe, I went on social media, and literally within like 20 minutes of just consuming this content that's supposed to be inspirational, I just felt like I was like, now I want more, right? And it's always nice to want more in life and have goals and stuff like that. But it was like, yeah, 20 minutes of social media just like undid this feeling of being on a high so fast. And I was like, oh man, I really gotta like tailor what I'm consuming. And so I just went on an unfollowing spree. And I tell people all the time that kind of come to my channel and like feel like they don't feel good about it or whatever, like do not ever feel guilty for unfollowing someone, honestly. Like if the person's stuff that they're creating, if it's giving you bad vibes, if it's not serving you, what is that? Ew. Oh, I think that's slow release fertilizer. That looks gross, looks like an egg. Yucky. Yeah, if it's not serving you, if it's not bringing you joy, if it's giving you any negative feelings, do not hesitate to unfollow, and don't feel guilty. Don't feel like anybody is entitled to like you following them. I tell people all the time that if they don't like this dog. So all that to say, like yeah, I just wanted to clarify what I was trying to say. I don't think I really expressed myself correctly, and hopefully I did this time. If not, I might have made it worse, but you know. And then the next thing is the whole thing with me not showing my face. I actually plan to like make a little trailer for YouTube, because like when you go on someone's profile, like you can put a trailer that like you just show like what the channel's about and introduce yourself and stuff, and I was like, I don't really need a trailer, but I think I'm gonna use that space to talk about why I do things headless, and I'll just explain it a little bit here. I think that like now in the age of just content creation, I hate that term, content creation. I don't know how else to explain it though, but in the age of just people creating videos and just things, right, left and right, I almost feel like people will almost do whatever it takes to like make it, or to, you know, get as many followers as possible and become as popular as possible. And I understand that a lot of people rely on social media and stuff like that, do it full time for income, for supporting their families, and I get it, you know, but I think that as a creator, it's so important to like set boundaries for yourself. Like there are certain aspects of my life that I wouldn't share. I tend to not show like my bedroom very often. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it's just one of those things that I feel like that's like sort of a sacred space for me and my husband, and like that's our little space, and it doesn't necessarily need to be shared with the internet. And so I hardly ever film in there, because that's just our little happy place, you know. So like I think as a creator, you have to set your boundaries right away and just have sort of this line that you draw of like, how far am I willing to go to achieve like my goals for my channel or my socials or whatever. And for me, the only reason that I don't show my face is because I am so self-conscious, you guys. Like it's crippling. I literally did not finish my bachelor's program. I was close. I was so close. The reason why I didn't finish my bachelor's program and get my degree is because I had to take a public speaking class. And it was this, I signed up and I showed up for the first day of class, and just even going over the syllabus, I like had a full-on panic attack. I left in the middle of class, went to the bathroom and started hyperventilating, and then I just never went back. And I understand that, like, you know, I shouldn't let this fear sort of cripple me that way, but it's a thing, right? Like I am just so self-conscious, and I don't like when people are looking at me. And then also, you know, like I have ADHD, so when I can see myself in the viewfinder, if I can see myself talking, or I even know that my face is on the screen, I can't keep a train of thought. I can barely do two things at once, like potting something like this and talking. It might sound like it's natural for you guys when you're watching this, but you do not realize how many times I have to stop, go back and re-say things, cut out what I just said and start over. I cut out, I wanna say at least like 100 ums and pauses in almost every video I've made. These 1 hour long videos typically that you see on my channel is usually around 5 to 6 hours of actual filming time. And that's because I fumble a lot. I have to stop because I get so flustered and frustrated with myself. For me, it's like I already know that I wouldn't be able to make videos if I couldn't do it headless and not show my face. It's not because like what would be a reason that I wouldn't want to show my face? It's not like I'm scared of like becoming too famous and I don't want people to spot me. Like, come on guys, let's be real. It's me, right? Like nobody knows who I am in the grand scheme of things. So it's nothing other than that. I just don't feel comfortable. And for me, that is my number one priority. Sorry, but it's still myself, and everybody should have that mentality. Like, I am not willing to put myself in a super uncomfortable position just for the sake of subscribers. And so I have said this in comments multiple times. I sort of just have this copy and paste response now that I reply back to people because I get it so often. I have chosen to create content that makes me feel comfortable for a much smaller audience over trying to grow my channel as large as it can be, which obviously income wise is ideal, right? But I'm not willing to do it. So I really appreciate people that are here that have sort of accepted that is just the filming style around here. And there's so many other amazing creators on YouTube and online that are willing to show their face, and one person not showing their face, like, we can do it, you know? So that's it. Like, I do try and show my face sometimes, like you'll see in this video. Obviously I showed my face, but it's not a comfortable position for me. It doesn't feel good, and that's sort of just the bottom line. And I don't know if that's really an acceptable reason for some people, but sorry about that dog barking, but it's the best that I can do for myself and for you guys. I think it would be so odd if I tried to be like a lifestyle influencer and then just never showed my face. That would be so odd. I get that, but my channel is about my plants, and I just want to share with you guys some of the stuff that works for me. I want to experiment and show you what works and what doesn't work. That's what this channel is about, and it's probably what it's always going to be about. And I know that, like, my explanation is not going to be good enough for some people, but that's just the reality of it. And I understand that this channel will likely stay more on the smaller side because of it, and I've accepted it and I'm okay with it. So anyway, that's my rant. My Ripsalis is potted. Let's change this angle. I don't know why there's a darking I almost said a darking bog. There's a barking dog in the hallway for whatever reason. But my Ripsalis is potted. I'm so happy now. It's nice and stable. It's not gonna go anywhere. Hopefully I didn't stress it out too much. I still have a good amount of roots in there that didn't get sort of disturbed. Let me show you. So this is the old substrate, and you can't really see a ton of roots in there. All of those white things you see are the roots, so really not a lot of breakage. Those roots, they look very what is this dog situation? They look very hairline, but they're actually very thick, and they're actually very thick and firm, so it fared well in the repotting process. But I have high hopes for him. He should be theoretically good in this pot for a good while. Obviously I showed you guys doing it, but leca down at the bottom soil, and then I'm just gonna cover about half of this leca in water, and that's pretty much how I water. We have reached the end here of another week of plant to-dos. Let me go grab Pudge. I don't want to put you through all of that and not be able to see my boy. Come here, bud. It's filming time. Do you want to say bye to your friends? I am joined with the star of the show, Pudge, who doesn't have a middle name. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another week of plant chores. The last week of plant chores has like so many views on it already for the amount of time that it's been up, and I'm just really happy that you enjoy them. So thank you so much. Thank you guys all for kind of hanging out with me all week. Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for letting me share my life and my stories and my bullshit. You guys are like the best company, honestly. Me and my breathy pug are gonna get out of here, but if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it helps our visibility a lot on YouTube. And we hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful life, and don't forget to floss your teeth. We'll see you in the next one.